Delhi making the perfect start early on to their pursuit of 178, and then suddenly wickets falling in clusters. First, the master stroke of getting on Murugan Ashwin, and then Basil Thampi right at the stroke of the 10-over mark, sending back two key players, meaning that now Delhi are struggling without many of their, or rather with many of their regular players missing. Prithvi Shaw's played well, he's gone. Tim Seifert's played well, he's gone. Now it's up to Lalit Yadav in the company of Shardul Thakur with only Akshar Patel to come. And they will have to try and produce something to get 101 runs in the back 10. Here on Cricbuzz Comm Box, I'm joined by Ajay Jadeja. Big change from even 1 over ago. A discussion if we had had 7 minutes ago, we would have been saying, as long as Prithvi stays, there's still the Jamaican to come. But that's all changed.
Yeah, it has all changed. The Jamaicans come and gone. He's back in Kingston town. It's just worked out for Mumbai. I mean, like you said, great start for Delhi, and then Murugan does a job, and then it looks like they're getting back in the game. Then Thampi picks up wickets, two guys that you were not expecting things to do. But I think it's this over. The over number 11 with Jasprit Bumrah, I just saw from the corner of my eye. And, because at the moment, Delhi's down and out. And that's a perfect situation for, Shardul Thakur to play, because he enjoys that kind of situations. So I think this over is, of course, Mumbai is in commanding position, but this is a key over.
Yeah, it certainly is. We keep talking about the options that Mumbai have if they need to use them. So far, they've been sticking to their 5 regular bowlers and haven't turned to either Pollard or, of course, Tim David. Daniel Sam's a little bit expensive. Taimal Mill tends to go for a few, but he's got the wicket for them. But the story has been about Murugan Ashwin and the time he came on, and of course Basil Thampi in this last over. But Ajay, really, if you think back to Mumbai in previous seasons, this is the kind of time Rohit Sharma would have turned to a Rahul Chahar and he would have picked up wickets. Early runs go, Rahul Chahar comes on, takes wickets. He's gone. And they needed to find a replacement. What better than Murugan Ashwin?
Yeah, he's played his part. I mean, he's bowled 3 overs. There's still 1 over left. He's holding him back for that stage if he needs him again. He bowled well. I mean, not taking any credit away from him, but the impact was 1 wicket. Yes, he brought the game back. Seifert, somebody who's he's a decent player of spin, but still an overseas player differently when he plays the seamers. And then Mandeep Singh was disappointment. Those 2 wickets, it looks like, when you look at the scoreboard, Murugan must have bowled some magic deliveries. It was a full toss, juicy full toss, went straight to mid-on's hand. So sometimes things go your way, and at the moment it looks like it's going Mumbai's way.
Certainly is. And yeah, you mentioned people look at Mandeep Singh, and he's been around from 2010. So he's the kind of person who's got the experience coming in at that stage to have stabilized things. Because with Rishabh Pant, it can sometimes be hit or miss, and on this occasion, his flamboyant stroke got him out. But how much is this run chase being affected by the fact that Delhi are missing so many players? A Marsh and Warner up top, and of course in the bowling, a Nokia and a Mustafizur and Ngidi.
No, the names that you've taken are, special players. Somebody like David Warner's, ruled IPL for so many years. So you will miss players, there's no doubt that, quality of that player, you will, and especially if you don't win a game, if things are not going right, you always believe that, had those 4 been here, we would have not lost. But, David Warner was with, Hyderabad for many years. It's not that every game he wins you, but yes, you're absolutely right. With these 3 or 4 missing, it just seems like a different side. And the style they've tried to keep the same. They've tried to keep the style that they played last year with, but personnel changing. If things don't go right for them in this game, then there might be a change and a shuffle, and they start thinking. But luckily, like you said, those guys are yet to come. Once they come in, it'll give them another opportunity to still carry on playing the way they would like to play.
Well, we didn't get to chat to say Rovman to come and Prithvi Shaw in. They've both gone. Now we can only say that Shardul Thakur in and Akshar to come. Do Delhi still have a glimmer of hope?
Yeah, with Shardul Thakur, he's done exceptionally well in the last couple of years. And every time, and I keep saying this, he's done well, not when chips are, when you're in a commanding position, but everything's lost. So sometimes there are players who enjoy that. They thrive in that situation because it probably releases the stress of, should I do the right thing or wrong thing, or, the decision making goes out of the window, and it's just the skills that take over. Because now when we started, I don't know the exact score now, but there were 100 they needed in the last 10 overs. So
86 of 53. 86 of 53. Murugan Ashwin bowling the 12th over. So, plus, if you're a Delhi fan, Combox curse could come into play.
Yeah, if the combo curse comes into play, then they're almost out. But because with Akshar and Shardul Thakur, sorry, apologies, Shardul Thakur and Akshar, I think they have the mindset to do it. But it's not an impossible task, because the wicket has something that allows the batsman to score when he wants to score. And the bowling on the other side, whether it's Tamal Mills, whether it's Sam Daniels, they've not look threatening. They've done their jobs. They've picked up wickets. If Shardul Thakur gets after you, then the things, just go haywire. I know there's Rohit Sharma to look after, but all in all, if you have to pick at this side, there's no doubt you got to go with Mumbai Indians.
Energy coming in from Delhi. Wrap up Cricbuzz Comm Box. We don't want any more wickets. Get through Murugan Ashwin and then take your chances in the last 8. That's all from Cricbuzz Comm Box.